if you don't have the right habits that create your routines, you will continue to be on this cycle and this consistent loop of not seeing progress. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amari Kalia. If you're new, I'm excited for today's video because these are the things that I love to talk about outside of all things gym. So we're just going to get right into the video. So I want to talk about some things that changed my life or changed in my life once I started my fitness journey. So we all know that the gym is great for our physical health. It's great for reaching certain fitness goals, losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever your particular goal is for working out. Maybe you just want to move your body more. But there are so many other valuable life lessons that I can equate to what I learned from the gym. So I have 5 things that I'm going to speak on. So the first one is confidence. So when I started my fitness journey, I wouldn't say I had low self-esteem, but I obviously wasn't as confident as I am now. And that mainly came because when I started my fitness journey, I didn't have a personal trainer. I didn't have anyone to really guide me in the gym. I used a lot of YouTube. I used a lot of, just doing my own research. And a lot of people, most people, they're afraid to go to the gym because they don't want other people looking at them. They don't want people judging them, and that's normal. That's a normal feeling. And so I would say going to the gym helped me to build my confidence because it got to a point where I don't care who's looking at me. I'm here to work out. I'm here to do what I need to do. I came here for one reason and one reason only, in and out. If I'm making a mistake, it is what it is. I'm making sure that I'm not injuring myself, but if my form is off, so I may not be targeting whatever particular muscle I'm trying to target, that's okay. You live and you learn, and that's why it's so important to do your own research and, maybe find a professional or an expert. These days, it's a lot easier to do that. Back then, it probably was. Obviously, for me, I was doing my research, and that's how I became a personal trainer to this day. But confidence is one of those things that, I learned because I became comfortable doing things in the gym no matter who was looking at me, and that kind of poured into my life overall. Like, I am very confident when it comes to doing things by myself. I'm really confident when it comes to trying new things, learning new things. I'm not afraid to walk in a room full of strangers, and it's not something that happened immediately, but I always believe that if you want to grow in a certain area, the only way you can grow in that area is by repetition. So me continuously going to the gym for 6 or 7 years at this point, I'll say my official fitness journey started in 2019 and 2025, so 6 years. So me being in a gym this long, I've learned so much, and confidence is one of those things that I learned quickly because I didn't have anybody to go to the gym with me. I didn't have anybody to kind of look like a fool with me. I was going by myself, and so throughout the years, I just built my confidence. So if you are new to the gym, just keep going. Remember that this is your journey, it's nobody else's journey, and that you're there for your own reason. Everyone is there for their own reason. Yes, there's going to be people who are looking at you because I'm pretty sure you look at other people, but just know that none of that matters. Like, at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you may never see that person again, or 9 times out of 10, that person will never actually say anything to you to your face, and vice versa. You probably will never say something to somebody in their face at the gym. So if you just remember that and you just take it in, you will start to not care, and your confidence will grow. So one of the things that, really grew in my life was my self-confidence and my self-esteem. I am more confident when I do things alone, trying new things, and just being in new environments. So another thing that changed in my life when I started my fitness journey is that I started to pay more attention to my environment and the people that I was surrounding myself with. So I would say my fitness journey really took off when I was in college, the beginning years of college and throughout my college experience. And most of the people that was around me then did not go to the gym. And sometimes, I had a group of friends, we would go together. And that's something that's important to me. Like, I want people around me at this point in my life who care about their health, who care about going to the gym, who care about what they eat. And they may not have to be as extreme as me, but when you are embarking on especially a health journey, it's very discouraging when you are around people who don't care about what they eat. So like, say you hanging out with some friends and y'all go to an event and y'all trying to figure out what y'all want to eat, and you're like naming restaurants that may have like healthier options. It may not be like a salad restaurant, but it may be somewhere that has like multiple, choices of food. But your friends are like, nah, girl, like, I don't want to go there. Let's go to a wing spot. And like, y'all are deciding on one place. And it's kind of irritating because it's like, just because y'all don't care about your health don't mean that I don't care about mine. And so you also, like, for me, I don't drink. I haven't had a drink in almost 3 years. And that's just something that I can live without. Like, I don't care about alcohol. Like, never have. I used to drink when I was in college, but once I graduated and I moved here, I was like, I just don't care about alcohol enough to be drinking it. Like, I don't care to have a glass of wine. So I just stopped drinking. But like, I'm one of those people, like, I don't want to be around people who gotta drink at every single like function that we have. Or, if we go out to eat and you decide to get a glass of wine or you start to get a drink, cool. But I'm not that friend that's gonna go out with you to the club to get drunk. That's just not me. So when I started my fitness journey, I really started to pay attention to how people treated themselves, not even health wise, but just overall, and paying attention to if I wanted those type of people around me. And it's not to say that you cut them off completely, but you just kind of limit your contact with them, because you know that your health journey is something that's so serious and it's something that you have to be very intentional about, especially these days, because it's just so easy and normal to be unhealthy. So you want to make sure that the people that you are surrounding yourself with are on the same path as you, or at least trying to be on the same path as you. You don't want to be around people who don't care what they eat, don't care what they drink, they don't care what they read, and they just have no like boundaries or self-control. You don't want to be around people like that, and that pours into other aspects of your life as well. And that's what I mean when I say how like paying attention to my health and my fitness really like help me pay attention to a lot of things in my life when it comes to my environment. So like, I don't buy junk food from my house because I know that I will eat it like expeditiously. It will not last in my household. So like, I just pay attention to a lot when it comes to my environment, keeping my house clean. I'll hit on that later, but it's just really important that you be intentional with your surroundings and the people that you are around. You don't want to have more people who are negative than people who are positive. You want to have more people who are uplifting, who are inspiring, who are also trying to reach some of the same goals that you're trying to reach, or they're just goal driven as well, and they're trying to reach whatever they're trying to reach in life, and it's causing them to be a different type of person. So starting a fitness journey really helped me to pay attention to my environment. So another thing that I really started to pay attention to, and I really learned from fitness, which is probably the number one thing if I had to put these in order, is I had to learn delayed gratification in the gym. And I started to see how important that is with any journey that you go on in life. So delayed gratification is basically when you are submitting to a process that's going to be for a long period of time, and you're patient and you're being intentional, versus instant gratification. You want everything now. You don't want to be patient. You're going to do whatever it takes to get what you want right now. And you are not somebody who will wait for whatever that big goal is. For example, these days, and this is like no judgment, but it's just the truth. These days, people do not practice delayed gratification when it comes to the gym, because they don't want to take the time to actually see the results in the gym. They want to lose 20 pounds and now. So they'll start diets. They will do a 30-day challenge where you're doing super intense workouts for 30 days straight. Or they go get a BBL or some type of body surgery or enhancement to where they will get whatever their result is right then and there versus working to it. So when it comes to delayed gratification, I just learned that whenever you have a goal in life, great things take time. So if you are not willing to put in that time and that effort for something, it may not be for you. Like, you need to have delayed gratification. So if you want to build a business, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take months, years for it to pick up and you actually start to see profit. Maybe the first year you don't even make any money. You may, spend a lot and not really see the fruits of your labor, but that's okay. That's a part of business. When it comes to your body goals, to see real sustainable change, it's going to take, a while for you to see those changes, because when you are submitting to a healthy lifestyle or committing to a healthy lifestyle, you have to change a lot of your old habits, and that takes time. So you got to start drinking more water. You got to start eating healthier, start with a workout routine, and those things take a lot of time. So if you're not willing to put in that time, you're going to be, quick to find something or an excuse that's more instant. And so that's like the opposite of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, you are patient. You are not so eager to where you're making silly mistakes. And that's what I've learned from the gym. I learned it in the gym because when I started working out, I was like, dang, this junk is not going to happen overnight. And so with that, I see that in other aspects of my life as a business owner and my relationship. Like, us growing as a couple is not going to happen overnight. It's going to require a lot of communication, a lot of learning and unlearning. Like, it's going to take time, especially if you want it to last long. So practicing delayed gratification from the gym is one of the greatest things that really helped me in my life. And I know that I will continue to see the fruits of that as I continue on this life journey. So the fourth thing that changed in my life when I started my fitness journey is learning the power of systems and routines. So going to the gym, we all know it takes a lot of effort to go to the gym. So in the beginning, I had to figure out a schedule that worked for me. During this time, when I was in college, I usually was a early morning person. I do not like to work out in the evenings. Like, I hate it, actually. Even to this day, I do not like working out after a certain time. So I had to create a routine for my life to where I woke up at a certain time. And when it comes to having routines, that's the only way you will be able to reach any type of goal in life. If you don't have the right habits that create your routines, you will continue to be on this cycle and this consistent loop of not seeing progress. So I see this with any aspect of my life. Number one is finances. I have become really, really well with my finances when it comes to creating systems of like, okay, every pay period, this is what I'm doing with my paycheck. And that has really changed my life. Having a bedtime and morning time routine. So right now my bedtime routine is very important because that's when I plan for the next day. So I go ahead and pack my lunch. I go ahead and pack my gym bag or my work bag. Like, I do all of that at night, and that's really a system for me. And that helps me in the next day not have to get up too much earlier to do all of that. All I have to do is get up, do my, my hygiene, put my clothes on, whatever else I do in the mornings, and just go straight to work instead of having to figure out what I'm going to wear for the day, figure out what I'm going to wear to the gym. What, like, do I need my laptop? Do I need this? What am I taking to eat? Nope, I did all of that the night before. So having routines and systems just make your life so much easier. I've literally been preaching that for the past week or two to my family. Like, if you don't have any type of system in your life, you will not see any progress. You will not see any changes. So if I had to give any advice, I would say you need to create systems when it pretty much comes to every aspect of your life that requires a lot of energy. So even like I make daily to-do lists. So I have a daily to-do list of, especially like if it's not just the work itself, especially me now that I'm a business owner, I have to make a list of like everything I need to do. So like, say for instance, I have 2 or 3 clients tomorrow. I have a class to teach. So on my to-do list, I'll say like, okay, plan 2 workouts for your clients, plan tomorrow's class, call this client, send this email, post this content, like whatever it is, I make sure that I put that on my to-do list. That way it's not all in my brain. And that's one of the systems that I have in place. That's one of my routines. So it's very important that you apply a lot of the things that you learn in the gym to your daily life. From the gym, I've learned I need a routine to know what time I'm going to wake up, what time I'm going to get to the gym, how long I'm going to be in the gym, and when am I going to go home, and what's my routine after that? Am I going to bring my protein shake with me? Am I showering at the gym? Like, all of that is so important, and you don't want to leave anything to chance. Oh, I might get up at this time tomorrow. I had a meeting with a client recently, and I asked her, like, hey, so like, what is your daily routine? And she was like, oh, I get up, I make my bed. And I was like, okay, wait, go back. What time do you get up? And so it's so important that you pay attention to those little things, because those matter the most. So having a routine in the gym or for the gym has really translated into my daily life when it comes to having routines and systems to how I just operate on a daily basis. I'm very organized. I use my calendar on my phone. I have alarm clocks. I write things down, all the things. I use my notes app to the T. So create systems for yourself and have routines, and know that it's okay to adjust them as life goes on, as you change, as you add or take away things in your life. Just know that it's all personal to you, and it's all about how you can reach your goals and be the highest version of yourself. And then lastly, and honestly, this may be the most important one. So one of the things that really changed when I started my fitness journey is my mindset and how I saw discipline and laziness. We all know that discipline is one of the hardest things to master, because discipline, honestly, is basically just doing the things that you hate. So the gym is one of those things that I don't hate anymore. I love the gym. It's amazing for my mental health, my physical health. It's one of the things that I love to do. But there are days when I don't feel like going to the gym, especially those days where I have to work out like later in the day. I don't be wanting to go, but discipline is what keeps me motivated and is what keeps me consistent. So that's pretty much how discipline has played a role in my fitness journey, and how that's kind of poured over into my personal life, my daily life, is I do the things that I hate, like washing dishes, folding clothes. Right now, I say with business, it's doing a lot of what you hate and a little bit of what you love. And it could be the other way around a little bit. Sometimes you're doing more of what you love and a little bit of what you hate. And I know hate is a strong word, but just those things that cause a lot of discomfort, they may not bring you as much joy. They may be more time consuming, more thought provoking, and they may not be as easy to do. And so when you have those feelings of dis-ease, like you don't want to do whatever it is, but discipline is what keeps you, consistent with doing whatever that said thing is. So like when it comes to cleaning up my house, I love having a clean space. When I see my area is discombobulated, it kind of, for me, it's like a reflection of how I'm feeling on the inside. So maybe I'm like overwhelmed, I'm overworking, so I need to kind of like just sit down, reset, and just get my life together. So when it comes to discipline, you just want to see it as honestly, it's just doing those things that you don't want to do. And that's a really hard concept to accept, because who really wants to do the things that you hate? But to be honest, those things that you hate are those things that bring you the most joy and fulfillment. The act alone of getting up and going to the gym is hard to do. But once you get in there, you put on some music or whatever you listen to when you work out, you start to feel it, and then afterwards you're so proud of yourself and happy that you went to the gym. And so just like overall, like the whole idea of the gym and what you learn in there, it really helps you to grow your mindset as a person. And it really helps you to understand that, sometimes we're just lazy, and we need to learn how to break that. And honestly, laziness is a spirit. That's a whole nother thing, but it's a spirit, and it's something that can be broken. You don't have to be lazy, but we have become so, I think during COVID, but also even before then, like we've just gotten so used to just not doing. And so when we try to do things, it just feels so hard mentally and physically. But when you become aware of it and you really understand that, like, I don't have to accept this, and that, you know, my life is a reflection of what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. And so it's important that you understand that, because if you wanted to do something, as much as it hurts, you have to tell your mind that you can do it and that you will do it. But if you just keep on like letting your feelings win, you just will never see any change or progress in your life. So when it comes to the gym, I've just learned the power of discipline and the power of having a positive mindset and just fighting against those feelings of discomfort and like not wanting to do whatever it is. Like the act alone of working out is very uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, it hurts, it doesn't really feel good unless you have a high pain tolerance. I have a low pain tolerance, so everything hurts to me. But it's very uncomfortable. So to push yourself to do something that's hard and uncomfortable, you're a superhero. You're a superhuman. Like, that's amazing. And I think that's something that needs to be talked about more. Like, exercising is not easy, period. But it's great for your body. It helps you to grow. It helps you to reach your fitness goals. It helps you to be a healthier person. And so when you just translate that into your daily life, yeah, it may hurt to save $15 every week. It may hurt to pay off that credit card debt every month. But hey, you got to do it. If you want to see changes, if you want to be debt free, if you want to have a nice high yield savings and a nice emergency fund, a nice investment account, you have to do those hard things consistently. So these are just some things that I have learned throughout my journey in the gym and how I've been able to use those same concepts in my daily life as a business owner, as an employee, as a friend, daughter, partner, all the things. So I hope you guys can take some tips and some great insight from this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video.